for a modern reader such as me, it's not so always so easy to to appreciate some of the imagery of the Bhagavatam, especially this kind of mix of love and violence, and kind of beautiful violence. We will see that plenty of that later on in Krishna Lila, for example, how he's killing the demons and their brains are oozing out and so on. And even here we'll see this kind of mix of blood and love, which can be a little bit disturbing to modern sensibilities. Is this something you'd like to comment on?
Yeah, I think this is such an astute observation on your part. It's a very odd combination, a very incongruous combination, and yet at the same time, are they not flip sides of the same coin? Means the greatest types of anger and battle and violence emerge against those whom we care for or care about the most, right? Some random person who is doing something wrong, I may feel upset in a general sense. How could they do such a thing? But for those who are close, that anger becomes very personal. And I think the Mahabharata war is an example of that. It's particularly violent because these are people who know each other too well, and therefore they know exactly how to give pain to one another in battle, right? And so we know this in our relationships. Hopefully they are not physically painful, but on an emotional level, the closer, the more you love someone, the more capacity you have to give them pain. And this is one of the paradoxical realities of love in this world, and what makes love such a wonderful thing and also such a dangerous thing, right? Love is dangerous because it gives one access to another person that comes with it comes great responsibility, because one's now ability to uplift that person is so much greater, and one's ability to drag them down is so much greater. So I think the Bhagavatam is really kind of, it demonstrates that combination, particularly as we'll see in some of Bhishma's prayers to Krishna in this chapter. It becomes very indistinguishable at one point as to when he's fighting Krishna and drawing blood, and when he's showering him with affection. What exactly? How are those two things different? Because in the moment, they're actually, those feelings are overlapping. And the commentators point this out very, very nicely. There's also the element, I should mention, that in Krishna, love and violence come together particularly, right? So sanghara and uddhara are the same things when it comes to Krishna. His destruction and his liberation are the same. This is not true of ordinary humans, but for Krishna in particular, the Bhagavatam is very emphatic on multiple occasions that when Krishna destroys, he liberates, because by contact with him, he relieves people, especially those who are evil or sinful or harmful to the world. He, in the process of subduing them, he is not only benefiting those who are now protected by the violence they bring, but he is also uplifting the person whom he has subdued by giving them an opportunity for liberation, actually, and for a new beginning.